Welcome to Mind Power Unleashed. Stay tuned to our feature presentation. Holding yourself accountable. Everybody have a reason they are falling in love with as to why they have not done as well as they should or not doing as well as they can. I must say that I have wrapped and bow tied a few reasons of my own over the years. If the truth is to be told without the dressing, we are all responsible more than anybody for our shortcomings. Who among us have not been handed bad circumstances and have been shortchanged by the persons we were counting on? Yet on the flip side, those among us who have been really successful all have similar stories of misfortune, betrayal, and rough patches too numerous to mention. Yet they can say amidst all that I have gone through, I have triumphed and continues to overcome. I heard someone made this statement once. Problems are not a special set of circumstances reserved for the poor. We all have our share. The difference is what we do about them. Another quote that I have found to be remarkably insightful is, we are all self-made, but only the successful will admit it. In my experience, I have seen that most persons want to have more, do more, and to be more. The challenge is that most times the wants are listed in the exact order as previously stated. Have more, do more, be more. Many of us love fruits, and I love oranges. I have come to realize a startling truth about oranges and fruits in general. I can only get oranges to eat, which I consider to be have more. If some of the flowers that it produces, which I consider to be do more, remains on the tree that continues to strive, which I consider to be more. Without a live orange, there can be no flower. Without the flower, there can be no fruits. And if there are no fruits, I won't be eating anything, or at least not oranges. Did I just make a grand discovery of some sort? Of course not. Yet the point should not be missed. We must first be, then we do, so we can have. My orange tree will always produce its oranges, once it is not barren. Occasionally, it might miss a season, but being on the orange tree, it will get right back to producing oranges, because that is its nature. Oftentimes we look at our results, and because we live in an excuse society, we immediately start to curse our circumstances and those around us that we are sure is causing all our problems. Those of us who are a little more aware will start to look at the things we are doing over time and how they impact our results. Yet deeper insight will reveal that our results is more than our doing. It goes back to who we are. Many are cursing the bitter fruits, yet they would never strike a blow at the roots of the tree that produces the fruits. We curse, fuss, and quarrel about the results, yet tend not to hold the producer of the results more accountable. That is, you and me. Our self-image, which is buried in our subconsciousness, which have been cultivated through years of reinforcement, have us living on autopilot. Just like how our orange tree will only produce oranges, our cultivated self-image will always produce exactly what is buried in it. We may occasionally get a lucky jump and produce results that are not consistent with our self-image. Yet our self-image, with all the excuses, fear, and at times plain laziness that is hardwired into our subconsciousness, will return us to the place where we reignite our love affair with our negative traits. As a result, we continue to live our lives according to the self-image we have crafted over the years. The sad part about all of this is that most times we don't know the habits we have cultivated. What makes this more troubling is that our subconscious mind governs our behavior, not our conscious mind. Now, this might sound disturbing, but it is very much factual. You might not believe what is being said, but think about this for a moment. How often have you laced or buckled your shoes when leaving your house without even being aware of it? How often you're going somewhere, start to look for your keys, only to find afterwards that it was in your hands? In both cases, you repeat a behavior you have done several times before, so your subconscious mind simply tells your body what to do in each case. Why? Because this is what you always do before you leave the house, and you're about to leave the house. When your conscious mind catches up, like in the case of your key, you start looking around for your key. You will not look in your hands, as your conscious mind that is now in charge did not put anything there. At times we look for hours for the things we have in our possession. This is how our subconscious mind works. It allows us to do things that is programmed into it without our conscious mind being aware of it at times. Which means we are often not aware of something we do repeatedly until it starts affecting us. That is why oftentimes we don't look inside to solve our problems first, because consciously we are not causing ourselves any problems, while our subconscious mind is creating havoc. If we are going to rise higher than we are, then we have to be better than we are. It means we have to hold ourselves accountable. In short, take responsibility for all that happens to you. Now, that does not mean you blame yourself. What it means is that you can now find ways of fixing your problem, as you don't see your situation or yourself as a victim. You realize someone can triumph as you take responsibility for that which affects you. As the legendary philosopher Jim Rohn would say, don't wish it was easy. Wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Be accountable to yourself first, and then to the world at large. Accountability is one of the greatest responsibilities. Let us play our part. Blessed love.